Hello and welcome to Hornbill TV's Prime at 9. I'm Naomi Kigon. The Finance Ministry on Thursday released the monthly installment of revenue deficit grant of Rs 7,183 crore to 14 states. With the release of 7th installment for the month of October 2022, the total amount of revenue deficit grants released to the states in current fiscal has gone up to Rs 50,282.92 crore, an official statement said. The post-devolution revenue deficit grant is released based on the recommendation of the 15th Finance Commission. The 14 states, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Himachal Pradesh, Kerala, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Punjab, Rajasthan, Sikkim, Tripura, Uttarakhand and West Bengal. The Department of Expenditure, Ministry of Finance has on Thursday released the 7th monthly installment of post-devolution revenue deficit grant of Rs 7,183.42 crore to 14 states, the ministry said. The eligibility of states to receive this grant and the quantum of grant for the period from 2020 to 21 to 2025 to 26 was decided by the 15th Finance Commission based on the gap between assessment of revenue and expenditure of the state after taking into account the assessed devolution during this period. This year's Nobel Prize in Literature has been awarded to French author Annie Ernaux's. Ernaux's 82 was cited for the courage and clinical acuity with which she uncovers the roots, estrangements and collective restraints of personal memory, the Nobel Committee said. Mats Malm, permanent secretary of the Swedish Academy, announced the winner Thursday in Stockholm, Sweden. A week of Nobel Prize announcements kicked off on Monday with the award in medicine, honoring a scientist who unlocked the secrets of Neanderthal DNA. 3 scientists jointly won the prize in physics Tuesday for showing that tiny particles can retain a connection with each other even when separated. The prize for chemistry was awarded Wednesday to 3 scientists who developed ways of connecting molecules that could be used to design more targeted drugs. They continue with chemistry on Wednesday and literature on Thursday. The 2022 Nobel Peace Prize will be announced on Friday and the Economics Award on October 10. The Coalition Against Drugs and Alcohol, or CADA, has rejected the draft policy on alcohol legalization of the Manipur government and has demanded a white paper instead. The CADA's General Secretary Jeet Chandra Mangang told Hornbill TV that the draft policy on alcohol legalization released by the government is not acceptable to the organization. Mangang talked to the news channel at the CADA's headquarters at Konung Mangnang in Imphal East on Thursday. Mangang said what the state government produced was a mere 2-page draft policy, but what the organization is demanding is a detailed white paper. Geet Chandra said all the contentious points are missing in the draft policy. He said the draft policy or regulation about alcohol legalization should come at a later stage. First, he said, the government needs to discuss the matter with everyone of concern.
The government has produced a regulation policy. We do not want to have any comment on this policy because our demand is not the policy. So the government may claim that we have served an official letter to the government. Yesterday we have received a official letter which enclosed the draft Manipur liquor regulation policy and also the general public information draft from the Chief Minister's Secretariat. And after this, the government may also claim that we have given the official letter to them, and they also asked us to have a feedback, to give a feedback on this. But we will not give a feedback in written. We are just clarifying this through media because we are demanding a white paper and the government has given a regulation policy. So we will not give comment on this policy. We are actually, the government has said that we will also continue until the government decision is withdraw and until amicable solution is been produced with the government and the CSOs. And we will also join the activities and which the government has announced, which the Mera Baby called Nupi Samas has announced. They have given an ultimatum of on October 10, and they have decided to move intensive agitations against the government from 11th October. So we will also support the Nupi Samas and we will jointly go through the agitations against the government.
Thank you.
The Mon unit of the Konyak Union has expressed dissatisfaction at what it stated was the quote, work allegation unquote of the telecom company Jio. The organization has asked the contractor to report to the union with the DPR. The Konyak Union issued a press release on October 6 stating the union T Chingnu Village Council and T Chingnu Students Union had inspected the optical fiber cable work in their area. The work allegation of the outgoing Jio company is not up to the expectations of the DPR, the press release stated. The Mon unit of the Konyak Union has requested Jio to stop the ongoing work from tomorrow onwards. The Konyak Union has informed the Jio optical fiber cable contractor, that is Trident Infra Project Private Limited, to report along with the DPR to the union's office on October 14 at 2 p.m. without fail. The Sumi Baptist Church of Zinibodo had its first of its kind mass wedding on October 6. 5 couples were married during a ceremony solemnized by Dr. Hudon Sumi, pastor of the SPCZ. Dr. Hudon Sumi said that this being the first time a mass wedding is being conducted, there might be some critics, but he believes that the church is doing it for a better cause. One of the reasons was time constraints. He informed that the church had 104 weddings during the previous year, and office goers and professional workers have missed 104 office days in a year. He said that the church decided the event for mass weddings from a financial perspective. Dr. Hudon said there might be some critics, but he said holy matrimonial vows remain the same and that not an iota of vow has been taken away from what it used to be. He informed that the church will have 5 more mass weddings until December, when 28 couples shall be married.
Atana Babu, new Nicolana, new Minister Dr. Don Passana, Shibrabazai. Abu Evno, who Victoria, Adono, Tobishiva again, couple of pages in the Dili Block again, Azabi Moaki, Piranini. Kijiji, Akitino, Atotino, Akutana.
Meghalaya police used tear gas to disperse contractual teachers who had brought their families to agitate in front of the main secretariat on Thursday. Children and pregnant women were mostly affected when the tear gas were fired, the teachers said. The contractual teachers have been agitating at the civil hospital junction for more than a month. The teachers said they were compelled to bring their families as they were affected after their services were terminated.
I was with the protesting teachers since they began their meetings at Civil Point just in front of the statue of Yang Nongba. And the meeting was peaceful, extremely peaceful. And at the end of the meeting, they took a procession. And their leader, Babu Birbor, had reiterated his stand that even though if we march to the secretariat, we have only one goal and one slogan. And he appealed to all the teachers to march peacefully. And that's what exactly they did. But when I reached the entrance of the State Central Library, I heard a loud noise. Boom! I thought that there was a fire burst because there are a few vehicles, in front of me. Then I was running towards the location where the explosion happened. By the time I reached the bus stand just opposite SP office, twice explosion happened. Then I realized it was tear gas. And the tear gas which was given to the protesting teachers today is unwarranted. It's illegal.
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today launched the startup cohort of Startup Manipur and XR for Startup Roadshow today at a classic grand. The XR Startup program aims to accelerate India's contribution towards building the foundation of the metaverse and nurturing the development of extended reality or XR technologies. Speaking as a chief guest of the function, the Chief Minister explained the reason for launching the Startup Manipur scheme. Singh emphasized that the people cannot depend only on the government for employment and that schemes like the startup are providing employment to the youths of the state.
The startup was launched by our affluent and dynamic, legendary leaders, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the year 2016. But in 2016 there was no BJP government here in the state. But this very, very important elite schemes did not open here in the state of Manipur till our new government comes. Suddenly one day, I saw one person from the Nepalese, he was harvesting this strawberry, and I invited him. I personally sent my team and invited him to come in my office. And I gave him 2 lakhs reward, and the next month I sanctioned rupees 1 crore. And within 1 crore, 70 lakhs is the loan, and 30 lakhs is the grant. So now just strawberry is now floating in the street. That is a temple. And it's very good. I was not ready, but now I'll be very happy to inform to all of you. Then 2018, then 19, 20, we increased to 30 crores annually. Then this time, we are giving 100 crores for the startup. Because this is the only way is my friend from the Manipur University, Sikkim, has already emphasized the employment. We cannot depend only on the white-collar job. Employment through various schemes like startup. Now, since 2019, we have provided direct or indirect jobs in the state in the last 5 years through startup more than 5,000. In the through 5,000, then indirect employment was there. And above all this, now we are able to export. Now our three states once like
anything that will help in sustainable development is a top priority of the current government. We are open to any ideas, anything that will lead to sustainable development for our youngsters, for our villagers, for our families. We are open to do anything that is required. So please continue to partner with us.
The mission director of the Adal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog, Government of India, Dr. Chindan Vaishnav, also said, what have been learned from the Adal Innovation Mission is that for every rupee that has been invested in the Innovation Mission, there has been a return of about INR 17. There are bases to create entrepreneurship in places that are appropriate to the place, skill, capabilities and aspiration of the people, he added. The apex court has said a husband is required to earn money, even by physical labor, to meet his sacrosanct duty to provide financial support to the estranged wife, minor children, and couldn't avoid his obligation. A bench of Justice Dinesh Maheshwari and Justice Bella M. Trivedi said provision for maintenance under CRPC Section 125 is a measure of social justice that was specially enacted to protect women and children and refused to accept plea of a husband who submitted he had no source of income as his party business has now been closed. It said that the respondent husband, being able-bodied, he is obliged to earn by legitimate means and maintain his wife and the minor child. Having regard to the evidence of the appellant wife before the family court and having regard to the other evidence on record, the court has no hesitation in holding that though the respondent had sufficient source of income and was able-bodied, had failed and neglected to maintain the appellant. The Supreme Court directed a man to pay maintenance of Rs 10,000 per month to his wife and Rs 6,000 to his minor son. At least 34 people were killed on Thursday in a mass shooting at a childcare center in the northeastern province of Thailand. Police said that at least 23 of them were children. Following the shooting, the assailant took his own life. The Daily News newspaper reported that after fleeing the scene of the attack, the assailant returned to his home and killed himself along with his wife and child. Police Major General Achayon Kraitong said the gunman opened fire early in the afternoon in the center in the town of Nong Bua Lampu, news agency AP reported. He said 30 people were killed but had no more details. A spokesperson for a regional public affairs office said 26 deaths have been confirmed so far, 23 children, 2 teachers and 1 police officer. According to Thai media reports, the gunman also used knives in the attack and then fled the building. Photographs showed at least 2 bodies on the floor of the center covered in white sheets. 8 persons died during a flash flood that hit the Mal River at Jalpaiguri district in West Bengal on Wednesday evening, District Magistrate Moumita Kotara Basu said. 1 more body was recovered, taking the toll up to 8, the district official said. Basu said that a search is underway to find if there were more casualties. 4 women were among those killed in the tragic incident. People who sustained minor injuries have been admitted to a nearby hospital, the district magistrate said.
Were admitted, while around 10 were left after primary treatment. Sadly, some people died. Bodies of 8 persons have been recovered last night itself. 12 hours have crossed since the incident, and we have no further report, verbal or written, from any corner that any other person is missing.
The Longfur Yumkyung Naga in Mimi village under Gipri district celebrated Pongdangzu festival today. Pongdangzu festival is celebrated every year by the Longfur Yumkyung community, updates on Thursday stated. The event is a 6-day festival starting from October 1 until the 6th. It is said to be celebrated at the various aspects of paddy harvesting. The village council chairman of Mimi R. Achimpong hosted the festival feast. It is informed that the Longfur are the only community in the Yumkyung tribe that celebrates Potangzu festival.
चलो चलो जाओ जाओ ए आछो आछो लो
That's all for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.